Welcome to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. I'm Cindy Bayles, your Doodle Warrior Coach, here to help you turn self-doubt into unshakable confidence, rediscover your purpose, and create a life you can't wait to wake up to. Grab your favorite pen and let's doodle your way to clarity, joy, and freedom, one episode at a time. One small step can change your whole day, especially on days when everything feels hard. I lived this just today. I've been out of town for 5 days. And on day 3, I got sick, stomach sick, in a motel room. And I haven't really fully recovered yet. It just really, traveling while sick wiped me out. I needed my bed, I needed my bathroom, all the things. But today is the day that I need to get my podcast done because I made a commitment to myself that I would continue to show up. But my brain, she is like, dude, I'm tired. I don't want to show up. Can we just skip this time? No one's going to notice. And she also said, you don't have the energy. It's okay to take a nap. Stuck felt so heavy. I just want to climb back into my bed. Not because there's anything wrong with that, but because I felt tired. After sitting in front of my computer for the last 3 hours, I asked myself, am I too sick to record this episode? Because if so, I get a pass. But the truth is, I'm not too sick to record this episode. In fact, I feel okay. I'm just a little tired. But being stuck, it felt real. I couldn't move. I just wanted to click through the tabs in my computer. So this is what I decided. What's my next step? What do I have to do first? And my next step was go comb your hair because I couldn't show up like that. I couldn't show up with my hair looking like that. So step 1, I combed my hair. I hope it's presentable. I'm like, okay, I did that. What's my next step? I came back to my office. My next step was, so what's my next step? Turn on my studio lights. I can do that. I turned on my studio lights. I sat down in front of my computer. Now what's my next step? Open my notes. That was easy. And now I'm ready to go. With each tiny step, I got some momentum. I didn't feel a lot more excited, but I got some momentum. I thought, I'm making progress. I could probably do this. And too many times we think that we need momentum. I began to feel a smidgen of hope, just a little spark inside that maybe I could do this. And I gained some momentum as I did one tiny thing at a time. Momentum arrived way before any kind of motivation did. Number 1 thing I want you to learn today, small steps interrupt our brain's drama. My brain's drama was like, dude, you can't do this. Go back to bed. It's too hard. We're too tired. You don't have to do this. No one's watching. The moment I changed my story to what's my next step, I started making progress. Number 2, you don't need any motivation to start. Motivation shows up after you start taking action. I started realizing I could take another step and maybe another step as I continued and as it created more and more motivation for me. Point 3, momentum is built, not found. We don't gain any amount of momentum by sitting still. A rock isn't going to start rolling down the hill unless someone pushes it down the hill. Einstein said, I think it's Einstein, that object in motion tends to stay in motion. So once we get ourselves to start taking action, we continue to take action. We don't just suddenly stop and lay on the ground. So momentum is built, not found. Movement creates energy, and energy creates willingness to keep going. I've been pretty stubborn at this a lot of times. I'm like, I'm too tired. I'm just not doing it. But taking one small, tiny step is what gets us moving in the right direction, even if it's one tiny step today. I will just do one tiny thing. Tiny moves remove overwhelm. I was so overwhelmed with trying to do this podcast, and it's not that hard. But I was like, I got to comb my hair and turn on the lights and get on Zoom and push record and know what I'm going to say. It's just too much. All the drama in my head is going on. Number five, the way to build trust with yourself is to show up and do the things you said you would do. If you had a friend who said she was going to do something and didn't show up, you've lost some trust in her. It's when we say that we're going to keep our word to ourselves and we do, we build trust in ourselves over and over and over again. We become the person that we can turn to. It's such an amazing thing. We can turn to ourselves and we can show up for ourselves. When someone calls and says, "Can you do this?" You're like, "Let me look." Oh, I already told myself I would give myself a bath, go for a walk. We get to choose how we show up for ourselves. And the more I'm talking today, the better I feel. Here I am recording this episode, feeling better than I did an hour ago, all because I took the smallest possible steps forward. And this is how warriors build momentum. Stuck is a feeling, it's not a fact. One small step can shift everything. Motivation follows movement. Small actions build movement and trust. Choose one tiny step today. Just one, then come share it inside the Facebook group so we can cheer you on like the warriors we are. We'll see you next time on the Warrior Way podcast. Thanks for listening to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. If today's episode inspired you, make sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement. Want more? Grab my free Doodle Your Vision Board guide. The link is in the description below. Remember, you are the warrior of your story. Your life, your masterpiece.